Welcome back to the Robinson Replay. This is another week of the NFL. We are in week 10. Hard to believe.
It's
Hard
going
to believe.
quick.
Yep.
Going quick.
It really is. And then we got some NCAA football. We have 4 games going over for this week. We had the first playoff committee selections as well. We're going to go over the bracket as it stands for college football and for the NFL today. So let's get right into it here. But before any of that, we're going baseball. So the Dodgers. The Dodgers won back-to-back World Series. What'd you think of this one, Dad?
Actually, I'll tell you what. This was one of the best World Series I have seen in a long time.
That's
I mean,
good.
it was very competitive. I mean, one play could have easily had the Blue Jays win.
Yeah.
I mean, there were so many close plays. I can't even describe all the close plays. Plays at a plate, plays at first base. Amazing plays.
The ball getting stuck.
The ball getting stuck under the outfield fence. Just all kinds of plays that could have easily turned the tide either way. And it was obviously, extra innings, game 7. I mean, you can't beat it.
Yeah. Well, my prediction was right at the end.
Yes, you did a good job,
LA.
son. Good job. Pat yourself on the back.
Yeah.
Good job.
I mean,
you should have put some money on it if you put your money where your mouth was.
Yeah, it's not like it was the craziest pick ever. Obviously, they were probably the favorite when it came down to it at the end of the day, right? So
yeah, they were, but they struggled a little more this year than past years. I mean, but obviously, the team has everything, and of course, when you spend tons of money on your team, that helps your chances of winning.
Yeah, the first team to win back-to-back since what is it? I forget the stat, what it was. I think it was maybe like the Reds, and back in whenever they were good,
the Reds,
or something like that.
Oh my goodness,
yeah.
That'd be the 70s then.
Something, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that, but you think they could
the big red machine?
Yeah, maybe. You think they could three-peat?
Well, I don't know. Kearnshaw's gone. I'm sure they're going to be having a couple other players go, but
they'll load back up, though, I'm sure, with the money.
You can't. I mean, with Ohtani on the team, the guy pitches and hits like a machine, and and that other the MVP Yokomoto.
Yeah,
is that his name? The other pitcher, he's freaking lights out. I mean, guy pitched back-to-back days. He pitched, I think, was it 2.5 or 3.5 innings the final game after he just pitched like 8 or 9 innings the game before. I mean, that's Mr. Rubber Arm. I mean, my goodness, that's great though.
Yeah. Well, congrats to the Dodgers there. Beating Toronto there, so
USA.
That's a wrap. That's a win for USA and a wrap
Canadians
for the baseball season. Next here we have some college football. So we have these were the games last week that we picked here. I was 2-3, and you were what?
I was 4-1.
4-1. I was really
the game
really
I
off
lost
here.
Was the Oklahoma Tennessee game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost.
How did Daniel do, by the way? Do we know?
I didn't get down which ones he had. I know he picked Cincinnati with me, so I know he lost that one. I think he might have picked I think he picked Tennessee as well.
Yeah. And Vandy, I think too.
Yeah. I think he got the same record as
Luke
me.
Picks. Yeah, I think he was.
He was following me.
We missed you, Dan. We missed you, buddy.
He was following me, which is never a good sign.
Yes. Yeah, our guest picker, he picked a couple wrong ones, but that's okay. That's part of the whole guest picking experience. And by the way, next week we'll have another guest picker, a surprise. I'm not gonna give out the
we got a couple guests coming up here for picking. I mean, as we're, like I said, in week 10 of the NFL. I mean, we don't have too many weeks to go here. It's
only 7 more weeks of regular season. Oh wait, 11 including this weekend. Or sorry, 8 including this weekend.
Yeah.
And
then this is the playoff bracket projections right here. We got the top 12.
Yeah. It's very interesting, isn't there? I mean, obviously the top 12 teams are not all the top 12 when that would get in, because every conference gets a representative from like the ACC, the Big 12, the Big 10, the what else am I missing? Just the major conferences, the 5 major conferences all get a team in, and then the rest are at large.
Yeah.
So that's why you can see on there. You see what? You see we see 3 Big 10 teams in Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon. And then in the SEC,
4 SEC, right?
4 SEC teams. You got Alabama, Georgia, Texas A&M, and Ole Miss. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. I love this format now this year that they changed it up a little bit. Last year was the top 4 seeds were the power teams. This year it's the best teams that are the top 4, which is nice, because that way team like Memphis, they're getting in based because they won their conference, and they're not going to be in the top, one of the top 4s this year. Like last year, Arizona State was in the top 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
this makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, definitely. So I like it. Heck, you could have some amazing second round matchups. They give like a Georgia, Alabama. You could have Oregon, Ohio State. You could have 2 SEC teams like Ole Miss and Texas A&M, and then you could have like a Notre Dame, Indiana game for the fight of Indiana. These could be just amazing games coming up.
Yeah.
Here, but obviously there's a lot of stuff that needs to be sifted out between now and then with just the regular season, and then you have a conference championship game. So, of course, the old Michigan Buckeyes game could all upset everything. So, you never know. So,
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
I've already definitely heard some people say that possibly Texas A&M or Indiana should be a number 1 team potentially there as well.
Could happen.
Could happen.
I mean,
who knows?
Ohio State definitely has Michigan, and if they obviously win that game, they could have Indiana in the championship. That's a heck of a back-to-back week there. So definitely some good games on the horizons.
Yep, coming down to it.
All right.
So we have our picks here for the NCAA this week. First, we have number 8 BYU at number 9 Texas Tech. Texas Tech is the favorite by 9.5.
Yeah. I like BYU in this game, but I don't know if they can beat Texas Tech at home. I definitely like them with the spread, but since Texas Tech's playing at home, I'm going to have to go with Texas Tech at home.
Yeah, Texas Tech at home at Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah.
This is the college game day game.
Yeah.
Funny enough, it's the second week in a row with a Big 12 matchup. Really important Big 12 matchups for the playoffs and the future here. So funny how that works back to back. Big 12 getting some love there. But some stats that were sticking out to me here in this one was Cameron Dickey, the running back for Texas Tech. He has 746 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns this season. And then on the other side of the ball, David Bailey, linebacker, has 26 tackles and 11.5 sacks this season. And that is why I am picking Texas Tech in this one.
Wow. Okay. So you said that other guy was on the defense for Texas Tech, or was he on the defense for BYU?
For Texas Tech.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Next game we got here is number 3 Texas A&M at number 19 Missouri. Texas A&M is the favorite by 6.5 points. Who you got?
I got to go with A&M on this one. Missouri's starting to really, run into some buzzsaws with some good teams that they're playing. They're a good team. They're just not a really good team. So I'm going to go with Texas A&M on the road to beat Mizzou.
Texas A&M on the road. This is at Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri here. Missouri has that home field advantage, but I'm going Texas A&M as well in this one. Marcel Reed, the quarterback for Texas A&M, has 1,972 passing yards and 7 touchdowns this season. He's been lighting it up, and I think he'll continue this game. Next game is number 6, Oregon. The Ducks at Iowa at Kinnick Stadium, Iowa City, Iowa. Oregon is the favorite by 6.5.
All right. I'm picking this one for the kids. You know, at the end of every game, the team goes over to the hospital. There's a hospital that overlooks the stadium. They always look up. They do like a ceremonial kind of thing with the team does with the kids that are having, you know, these are like cancer patients for children. It's a big children's hospital there. And especially since Pat Johnson's going to this game, he's going to give the curse to Oregon since he's a big Ducks fan. I'm going Iowa.
Wow.
Go Hawkeyes. Yep.
Wow, that's a big upset there.
Yep. Go Hawkeyes. Yep.
Yeah, I mean the spread isn't crazy by any means here, so I mean maybe there's something to that for sure. But I am gonna pick Oregon. Their QB Dante Moore has 19 touchdowns, 1,772 passing yards this season. So I'm gonna go with Dante and the Ducks there.
All right.
Next one is LSU, unranked LSU at number 4, Alabama. Alabama's a pretty heavy favorite here by 10.5 points at home at Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, I think Bama, home team here, I think they win the game. I only think they win by 7, though. I would take the points in LSU on this one. LSU, you know, their whole thing's in disarray. They did finally just hire a interim athletic director. The squad is in some shambles. But I would take Alabama, and I would take LSU with the spread.
LSU with the spread, I like that. I think it could be a close game. It could be a trap game. I really do
definitely
think that. It really could. But money line, I can't pick against Alabama in this one. Ty Simpson, possible Heisman candidate here for sure. 2,184 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, and still, I've been saying it for like the past 3 or 4 weeks here. He only has 1 interception on the whole entire season. So pretty perfect there. So shout out Ty Simpson.
No turnovers is always makes for a good team.
Yeah. It's pretty big there. So that is our college picks. Now on to some NFL. This is the week 9. So we have Dan's picks up here as well. Me and you were 9-5, and then Dan was 8-6 here. What stood out to you this week?
Well, I think we had a little return of the Ravens for sure. But they did play Miami. But I think the Ravens are going to get it together. For me, a couple things stood out. Number one, the gruesome injury for Jaden Daniels against Seattle. I mean, Seattle just was blowing them out. And for Daniels to go down and get hurt there with about 7 minutes to go in the game, coach should probably pull them. I would have pulled them. And instead, you know, he tries to go around the right end of the line, and he gets his arm wedged underneath, and of course, he gets a gruesome dislocation of the elbow, and he's probably out for the season. It hasn't come through yet. So that's one thing. Another thing was that Dallas game. Dallas looked just putrid. We have Jacoby Brissett just lighting them up. I mean, my goodness. Jacoby was on fire on that game. And the Kansas City-Buffalo game, once again, Kansas City reverted back to what they looked like at the beginning of the year. Buffalo came out and laid it to them. I put it in for the Chiefs last week. But Buffalo came out, represented, and they dominated. Yeah. They looked really, really good that game. And the last game of all the games that was so impressive, there was one more. Steelers beating the Colts was very impressive. Steelers defense looked super, super, super good in that game. But the game of the week was that Bears-Bengals game.
Wow.
Holy Toledo. That game was amazing. I tell you what, the teams, you know, you thought this team won, then you thought this team won, then you thought that team won, then you thought this team won. It was like whoever had the ball last was going to win. And, you know, it was just incredible. And then, of course, that, you know, Loveland bouncing off the Bengals defenders who just don't even know how to tackle or wrap up. Their defense is just complete trash. So the Bears coming in and getting that victory there, it was a really good game.
Yeah, yeah. I think what stood out to me here, you could see clearly four games that all three of us missed here. So definitely some upsets here with the Colts losing, the Lions losing, Packers losing, and the Cowboys losing there. So I don't think anybody was projecting that at a large scale there. That's
true.
what stood out to me there.
Mm-hmm. I agree. The Lions didn't look good. The Packers lost at home to Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cowboys game, and then that the Colts just sort of laid an egg too.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't look like themselves.
It just shows you, though. I mean, any given Sunday, anything could really happen. So
that's why they play the games.
Yep, it is. And so we're in playoff picture right here. We're in week 10, so it's very much in the playoff picture here. And you could see one team here that nobody would think would not be in the playoff picture. Who is it?
That's not on here?
Yeah.
I don't see Kansas City on there.
Exactly. Yeah. They're currently out of the playoffs if the season ended today.
Wow.
Crazy enough.
So who's okay. All right. Yeah, that's crazy. Huh. It's hard to believe too that, I mean, look at Buffalo and the Rams are 5 seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Detroit, the 7 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I tell you what, it's going to be crazy here. A lot of the big thing with these playoff picture is who's going to stay healthy, who's going to really get that push here at the end to stay healthy.
Yeah,
because
lots of injuries right now.
Yeah, lots of injuries, and players like Puka who are constantly getting hurt, even though they did say he's going to play this week. But these guys, they are constantly getting hurt. Who's going to be able to stay healthy and stay on the field?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, teams like Indianapolis going out and getting a Sauce Gardner.
The rich get richer.
Big play for them right there. Mm-hmm. Big time. I thought Pittsburgh should have gone out and got themselves a little help for that playoff push for a receiver. They didn't do anything.
The Ravens are not in the playoff picture. Only one AFC North team is in here, and it's the Steelers. It's crazy.
Yes, that's true. And the Ravens, they made a couple small trades, but nothing else of any of the playoff teams here that really made that great trade. Dallas, they made a couple trades, but they're out of the picture. They gave up first-round picks. Indy gave up first-round picks. The Jets are loaded with draft picks for the next couple of years. Next year, they have 2 1s, 2 2s. The following year, they have 3 number 1s. Yeah. So they're definitely throwing in the towel for this year, but obviously
they're done.
It's going to be a 2-3 year project by the time they get all these picks and pick a quarterback and all the other stuff.
I know Breece Hall would have, I'm sure, liked to be traded, and I think he's a free agent at the end of this year too. So
yes,
I'm sure he'll be
I'm
leaving.
really surprised he didn't get traded. Very surprised with that. Mm-hmm. But it's a business, Yep. That's the way it goes.
Yep. But New England and Tampa Bay both number 2 seeds here. That's
New England was the one that surprised me more than the Tampa. The Tampa one does surprise me only because of all the injuries. Bucky Irving's been out probably almost more than half the year now, and Evans, Godwin, they've been just banged up, and I hope they don't drop off now, but they got to push through it. And New England, it's all Drake May. He's been outstanding.
Yeah.
He doesn't throw picks. He's a great. He knows how to run that ball when he needs to run the ball. So it's definitely going to be interesting how this flip flops from now until the end of the season.
Yeah,
and every week it'll change. Mm-hmm. Every week this is all going to change.
Yeah,
guarantee it.
Yeah, this is our first time showing the playoff picture here because we're getting down to it, but still, definitely going to change quite a bit as the season goes on. Everybody's vying for a playoff spot, trying to get to the San Francisco Super Bowl at the end of the season and
Levi Stadium.
Yep, and hoist the Lombardi at Levi Stadium. So let's get on to it then. Week 10.
All right.
Where are we with our record here? You are 81-50, and I am 74-58. Still,
Right.
I'm behind, but I'm trailing. Things could
You're
change a
within.
little bit. I'm within
You're within
shooting
7.
distance. Shooting distance here. So never know.
Yeah.
So first off, here we have the Thursday night game: the Raiders at the Broncos at Empower Field at Mile High. The Broncos
Yeah.
are the favorite by 9.5 points.
Well, the Raiders actually showed something last week. They showed some life. Brock Bowers had a sensational game. He had 3 touchies last week. Amazing. He looked really, really good. But Denver, they just got the offense. They got the defense. To me, they're the team, one of the teams to beat in the AFC. So I'm going to have to go Denver on this one.
Going Denver.
Yeah, I'm going to take Denver at home. I don't see how they don't win. They're going to give Geno a little. Geno might be on his back a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go Denver.
Okay, yeah, one of the wider spreads of this week for sure. Some pretty close spreads this week. So definitely going the Broncos in this one. Defense for the Broncos is really great. Nick Bonito has 8 sacks on the season. I think he'll dominate in this one in a victory for the Broncos there.
Right.
Next game here is the Falcons at the Colts. The Colts are the favorite by 6.5 points, but this one isn't in Indianapolis. This is at Olympic Stadium in Berlin, Germany.
Oh, Berlin. One of my favorite places. Just kidding. Never been there. But no, I'm going to have to go with the Colts on a bounce back this week. I'm taking the Colts. Atlanta, I don't know. Drake London had a heck of a game last week. He had 3 touchdowns also. But I just think with the new addition of Sauce in there, he would be able to shut down a player like London. So I'm going to go with the Colts. I saw this stat today. The Colts have the best corner in the league, one of the best corners in the league, one of the best offensive lines, running backs, best receiver, tight end room, and one of the best top 5 quarterbacks this season in the game. So I got to go Colts.
Ja, sehr gut, sehr gut. Ich lieben das Colts in this one for sure. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Meine Frau kommt aus Deutschland. So, okay. So the Colts, I think, will win in this one. They
say okay in German like that?
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, oh, yeah. So I really like the Colts in this one, obviously. And they actually played in Germany before, back in 2023, and they beat the Patriots back then. So they do have some experience winning in Germany. So everything going for them here. I really don't see how the Colts could lose in this one. But hey, you never know. Never know.
Right.
But both picking the Colts in this one. Next game is the Saints at the Panthers. Panthers are the favorite by 5.5 points at home at Bank of America Stadium.
Yeah, I don't know if the Saints win a game this year, to be honest with you. They're not good.
Didn't they? They won once, right?
Not good at all. They did win once?
Yeah, they
did win once.
Yeah,
okay. Well, let's put it this way. I don't think they're going to win another game this year. Carolina, they went into Lambeau and beat up on the Green Bay. Green Bay's defense is struggling, but Dowdell. Did I say that right? I think it did.
Rico Dowdle.
My mistake. Dowdle looked really good last week. He's starting now. They're stopping this 50-50 split with Hubbard. So he's going to get probably like 80-20 now. He's starting to get more and more. Because I tell you what, just the explosion that he has through that line compared to Chuba Hubbard is amazing. So I see the Carolina Panthers winning at home against the Saints or Aints.
the Aints, yeah. I like the Panthers in this one too. Surprising win over the Packers last week. The Packers feel like they only lose to bad teams. They lost to the Browns earlier in the season, lose to the Panthers. The Panthers have some hope here. I think a little bit. But yeah, Rico Dowdle, 735 rushing yards this season, with some incredible games past few weeks as Hubbard was out. Now he's back. So definitely going the Panthers in this one for myself.
Right.
Yep. Next one is the Jaguars at the Texans at Energy Stadium. The Texans are the favorite yet again by 1.5 points. This is the third week in a row that the Texans have been favored by 1.5 points. I don't know what this is. It's kind of messing me up here.
Yeah, well, C.J. Stroud is out for this game. He's already been declared out with a concussion problem.
Yeah.
So he's out. They have Mr. Mills quarterbacking again for them this week. I know the Jaguars just picked up Jacoby Myers, or is it not Jacoby Myers? Myers is his last name. I forget his name, first name. It's Jacob or something. Jacob.
Yeah, I think it's Jacoby. Yeah,
it is Jacoby Myers. Yeah. So, what you call it? Hunter is on the IR. I just think Mills is going to be able to get him through this game, and I'm going to take the Texans over the Jags in a very close game. This could even end up in a tie.
It could end up in a tie. That's funny. What if it really does? You should put some money on that, maybe.
Jeez, yes. Plus 5,000 probably. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But I've been liking the Jags. They pulled it out, squeaked one out last week. Crazy history was made last week with the Jaguars. Cam Little, or is it Lytle?
It's Little.
It's Little. Cam Little broke the longest kick in NFL history at 68 yards.
Mm-hmm.
68 yards. I mean, that's crazy.
Amazing. Yeah, they're kicking from the emblems. I mean, I should say the ball's on the 50, and then it's 10 more yards for the end zone, and then it's another 7 yards back for the actual placement of the kick. So yeah, it's amazing that these guys are at midfield kicking balls right down the pipe. So yeah. So yeah, that's a weapon. And in playoff tight games, that was at the end of the half when he kicked it.
Yep.
So it's a weapon for sure.
Yeah, it can win games, and especially in a close game projected like this one, with CJ Stroud out as well. I'm gonna go the Jaguars.
All right.
This one on the road, but you're going to go the Texans. So we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see. Next one is a pretty close one as well. The Ravens at the Vikings at US Bank Stadium. The Ravens are the favorite by 4.5 points.
I'm not sort of surprised by that. That seems a little high for me for them being on the road in the Skull Country.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to go the Dirty Birds in this one. Jackson and really starting to find himself, I think, here a little bit. I think he's doing well. I like Henry had a touchdown last week. He's starting to get going again. So we'll see. JJ McCarthy did have a nice game last week. They were very efficient against the Lions. They held Gibbs down. Gibbs didn't have many yards from scrimmage. But I gotta go Ravens. That's my pick.
Yeah. JJ McCarthy back last week, pulling off the dub. I think I'm gonna go with the Vikings in this one at home. It's a really big home field advantage for Minnesota. And yeah, Vikings beating the Lions last week. I think it's they can get some momentum here. It'd be definitely an upset, but one that's definitely possible. So I'm picking the Vikings.
All right.
Next game here is the Patriots at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are the favorite by 2.5 points at Raymond James Stadium.
Yes. Well, once again, this is the battle of the twos. Remember, we just looked at that playoff picture.
Yeah, that's right.
These are our two seeds going at it here. So, it should be a great game. I like Tampa Bay coming off the bye. There were talks of Bucky Irving coming back, but
I think so. I think he practiced.
No, today he did not practice with them. No.
Really?
Yeah. I looked at the stat sheet thing today. He did not. He was not on the field today, which is very concerning for him not to be on the field at all, especially coming off a bye. It's a little puzzling to me. I haven't really heard an official, yes, he's playing, no, he's not, maybe, nothing like that, but he wasn't on the practice field today. But I'm still going to go Tampa Bay. I think, Baker and them having a week off. I just think that they're going to pull it out the Baker way. And even though New England is really been on fire, I mean, Henderson actually had a nice game last week. First game that he's actually put up some decent fantasy points. The receivers are doing well. And Drake May is, like I said, amazing. But I'm gonna go with the Baker man.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been impressed with the Patriots this season. Obviously, I think everybody has for sure. Definitely outperforming what they were projected to be this season, with Drake May leading the pack. But the Buccaneers, just, like with the bye, like you said, and having a little bit more time for some of those injuries, we'll see who could potentially come back. But even, I mean, the whole team was kind of just banged up with little things here and there. Even Baker himself. So I'm gonna pick the Buccaneers at home in this one. So, but I think it's gonna be a good game. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. That could be the game of the week, actually. That really definitely could be the game of the week.
Yeah, well, it could be a high-scoring game in the next one here. The Giants at the Bears. Bears are the favorite by 3.5 points at Soldier Field. Who you got?
I tell you what, this is going to be a good. Jackson Dart is once again another mishap by the Browns. Had the chance to pick him, let him go. But my God, I tell you what, Jackson Dart has been amazing. And he just keeps he's got a motor and he don't stop. But Williams has been playing well, and I've not got any word yet if Swift is playing or not in this game.
He practiced today.
He did practice, okay.
And he did say that he was going to play.
Okay, so I'm going to go the Bears at home. I think, the Bears are trying to hang around, and we'll see what happens. But so I'm going to go Bears.
Yeah, I'm going Bears too at home. Like I said, Swift said that he's going to be active. He practiced today. This was kind of a toss-up one for me. I want to pick the Giants, kind of, but want to pick the Bears too. So this could be another high-scoring game. Defenses are not really all that great. This could be another Bears Bengals game potential here with a high scoring. I like the over. I think it was 48 or something like that. I think I saw. So I like the over in this one at Soldier Field, and I'm taking the Bears. Both taking the Bears, and we're off to the Bills at the Dolphins here. Bills are pretty heavy favorites at 9.5 points at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
Well, last week, Miami got their doors blown off against Baltimore. The Tua thing is just not working out. I might have to go with Buffalo. The Buffalo is just a better team, period. I mean, Josh Allen's amazing. Cook's been amazing. Kincaid had a great game last week. And I see Kincaid starting to become that number one receiver on his team. And I'm going to have to go with the Bills at Miami.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say about this one. I think clearly the Bills are the better team in this one. If Miami somehow pulled something off, it'd be a miracle. So I'm going with the Bills all the way for sure. Coming off a strong victory against Kansas City there. So yep, it'd be a fluke if the Dolphins win for sure. Next one is the Cleveland Browns at the Jets at MetLife Stadium. The Browns are the favorite by 2.5 points.
Yeah, well, the Jets have given up. I mean, they gave their best corner. They gave up their best pass rusher. Their offense is terrible already, and they're going against the Browns defense, which probably means the Jets will win because that's what Browns teams do. But if I'm picking a team, I have to pick the Browns because they should beat them, period.
They should.
Plus, they're coming off a bye. I mean, the Browns do have a new offensive coordinator, not a new guy, but he is calling the plays now instead of the coach.
Mm-hmm.
So he's given that duty to the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So we'll see
tell me
how
a little
that
bit more
works
about
out.
that. Tell me a little bit more about that. Why do you think Kevin decided? You think his cards were limited? He's thinking he might be out of the door, so he's like, okay, let me try the offensive coordinator to call the plays.
I definitely. I think that has a lot to do with it. They're like, hey, Kevin, you're gonna try this to try to save your job because you're going to do more coaching duties rather than the offensive coordinator calling plays, just like the defensive coordinator calls the plays. And you're going to actually just be the head coach and oversee the whole thing instead of, doing the other. I definitely, this is a little dicey. If the team doesn't perform over the last 7-8 games here, there could be a firing on the horizon. But they always keep saying, well, we don't have the franchise quarterback yet, we don't have this, we don't have that, our offense is terrible, we don't have a line, we don't have the, I don't want to hear that stuff anymore. And I'm not sure, Luke, did you hear anything about Judkins today?
No.
I was wondering if he practiced or not today.
I did not.
I'll have to look at the report later.
No,
find that out.
But when do you think Shedeur will make the start? It's obviously gonna happen. It's just when.
Well, I thought it may happen coming back from the bye, but that obviously is not the case. I think it's definitely going to be in a game where they're on the road, where all the Browns fans aren't screaming, yelling, going crazy, and acting stupid and putting pressure on him. I think it'd be a much better atmosphere for him on the road to do it. It's him against the world there. And so I could see it coming up probably within the next, this is week 10.
Mm-hmm.
I say I give it another 4 weeks.
4 weeks?
And unless Dylan Gabriel all of a sudden has flipped the switch and he's Tom Brady, I don't think he lasts more than 4 more weeks.
Yeah, I maybe give it 3 here.
Okay.
I mean, I'd like to see him, like you said, off the bye here. I'd like to see him here, really. I mean, just throw him out there and see what we can do. I mean, at this point, I'm like, might as well have something a bit more entertaining.
Worse, can it?
Yeah, it can't be any worse and everything.
But then again, you notice the Browns did not trade anybody but one player. They traded this defensive end, Joe Thorson or whatever his name is, like that. Mm-hmm. They traded him to the Bears, who just lost their defensive end. But this guy is third string on the Browns. He was behind Miles. He was behind Thomas. He was the third stringer. So it's not like the Browns were, he's on a 1-year deal. He wasn't even playing. He played maybe 2 or 3 snaps a game. So it's no loss there. But it just goes to show you that, like, they interviewed Njoku today. He was really excited about staying with the Browns. He wants to end his career with the Browns, he said today. So he wants to try to get a deal done for after this season. So, and also Teller came out a couple days ago saying, gosh, I hope I don't get traded. I want to end my career with the Browns. So these guys really, even though they've been losing, they want to be here, which is crazy, because you
think, enough,
why wouldn't these guys want to go to another organization where I could win games? So they still have it in them that they still want to do well, and so that's why we'll see what happens over the next 7-8 games.
Yeah. Well, coming back to the pick here, I'm picking the Browns in this one, coming off the bye.
All right.
And anything could happen here. As who knows, the Browns may brown and lose this one. For sure.
They run on their pants. They meant run on their pants.
Yep. Yeah. But picking the Browns. Next one in this week 10 is the Rams at the 49ers. Rams are the favorite by 3.5 points on the road at Levi Stadium in San Francisco.
Well, this is a great matchup between, two NFC West teams.
2 California teams.
Yep. I don't know why. I just love the Rams. Matthew Stafford has been slinging it. And he's been amazing. San Francisco, though, with McCaffrey and everything, they're in there every game. They're in there every single game, and they just sort of grit it out every game. Mm-hmm. But with Puka back, he's not. They said he's going to play. I got to go Rams on this one, and with the road victory.
Yeah, Puka back too. That gives me even more reason to pick the Rams on this one for sure. I was already picking the Rams. Matthew Stafford, 2,147 passing yards, 21 touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions. Keeping the ball, not turning over the ball. That's really huge.
It is.
So only 2 interceptions in nine weeks is pretty crazy. So I'm picking the Rams in this one on the road, but I think it's going to be a close one. The 49ers always seem to keep it close at the very minimum, but they could pull it off too. So wouldn't be too surprised in that one, but picking the Rams. Yes, and the next one here is the Cardinals at the Seahawks at Lumen Field in Seattle. Seattle is the favorite by 6.5 points.
Yeah. Well, Jacoby Brissett has been outstanding for the Arizona Cardinals. And they just put Kyler Murray on the IR, so he's out the next 4 games. So it's Jacoby's team, and he's another guy who's just been slinging around. Marvin Harrison looked like unbelievable. One of his best games as a pro last week.
You see that touchdown when he broke the ankles of the Cowboys cornerback.
Yeah, went in, did the slant right across the middle. Oh yeah. That guy, he looked silly. And actually then they showed CeeDee Lamb on the sidelines laughing at his own teammate getting burnt. So that was funny. But yeah, Seattle is, they've been doing wonderful. Their defense is good. They are a great, they're got great special teams. The offense with Darnold and Smith and Njigba. And then Horton came off and had a great game. And they made that trade too for the guy from New Orleans, Rashid Shaheed. Rashid Shaheed is now on the Seattle, and I tell you what, they had another weapon there. I really, really, really like Seattle in this game, but I tell you what, Arizona has impressed me. So I mean, they beat the stink out of the Cowboys, but the Cowboys defense is terrible. So they ain't gonna do the same thing they did at Seattle, so I'm gonna go Seattle.
I'm going Seattle too. Loving Darnold. I mean, yeah, like you said, all around great team for the Seahawks. Murray's out for who knows how long, but I mean the Cardinals still been playing well, so who knows what can happen here. But I gotta pick the Seahawks, especially at home with the 12th man. So yep, I'm picking Seattle. Next game is the Lions at the Commanders here at Northwest Stadium. Lions are the favorite by 8.5.
Yeah, well, listen, this has to be a bounce back game for Lions. They can't be slipping, lose 2 in a row. You know, they got to come out guns a-blazing. Washington did not look good last week at all, especially then they of course they lost their quarterback. Seattle put a hurting on them. Sam Darnold was dicing them. I just think the Lions have way too much firepower. And with Mariota is a serviceable quarterback, but he's not Jaden Daniels. So I'm going to go Lions for the victory.
Yeah, like you said, Lions got to bounce back in this one. Shouldn't have lost last week at all. Favored by 8.5 points on the road here. No Jaden Daniels. I mean, it's a must win situation here. It's be a real identity crisis for the Lions if they lose this one for sure.
Right.
Yep. Next one is the Sunday night football game. We got the Steelers at the Chargers. The Chargers are the favorite by 2.5 points at home at SoFi Stadium. Who you got?
Well, when these two teams are playing at their best, this game could be an amazing game. I mean, last week the Steelers defense looked great. They look like the old Steelers defense, you know. Their offense is still struggling. They really, really should have got out a wide receiver during the trade deadline. Chargers, they look really good. You know, when he's back there throwing the rock around and everything, they got lots of weapons between their Gadsden, their tight end, and their 3 receivers they got. Chargers also have a very good defense. I'm going to go with Mr. Herbert and the Chargers.
Yeah, I think that's what my mind told me in the beginning is to pick the Chargers in this one, but I don't know. The Steelers just have been finding a way to get a win, and when you think they're gonna lose, they win, and they've just been
just like
doing pretty well this season. Yeah, just like last week. So I'm gonna pick the Steelers on the road in this one. I think it's gonna be a bit of an upset, but 2.5 points for the Chargers at home. Obviously, Vegas thinks that something is up here and that the Steelers are onto something.
It's basically a pick 'em.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So I'm excited to see this one. I think it's going to be close. Good one. And then our last game of the week is the Eagles at the Packers Monday night at Lambeau Field. The Packers are the favorite by 2.5 points. What do you think about that?
Packers are favored.
Yeah.
See, that surprised me. See, this, I think, almost a trap game.
Right? Yeah, it's crazy.
So I'm going to go Eagles. Eagles coming off the bye. I think they're going to shore things up a little bit. I know the Eagles haven't played the best at times this year. They're up and down. But I do see the Eagles beating Green Bay. But, on a Monday night game, you never know what could happen. I'm sure that YouTube TV really wants to get their deal done with ESPN by that night because they missed out on one Monday night game already, and they don't want to miss out on two, especially a big game like this.
Yeah,
so I'm going the Eagles.
Love to see that back. Yeah, I was surprised at the line of this game. I mean, the Packers just lost last week, but I mean at home, favored by 2.5 points. But it's the Eagles. It's the Philadelphia Eagles in this one. I'm going the Eagles for sure in the Monday night. I don't see what the spread is in this one, so I'm going the Eagles. But yeah, could be a good one here. But yeah, so then we got 4 teams on the bye. Got the Bengals, Cowboys, Chiefs, and Titans in this one.
Yeah, that's 3 of those 4 are big fantasy impacts for sure between the Bengals, Cowboys, and Kansas City. There's a lot of fantasy good players on those teams that could definitely affect your fantasy team for this week.
Yeah. Well, you got anything else for the NFL or anything else, Dad?
Well, I could do my touchdown parlay.
Let's do it.
My last week I had Gibbs and Williams for Dallas. Neither one scored. Actually, they both had their worst games of the season. Thank you. You're welcome, Mark. But anyways, no. So for this week, I'm going Smith and Jigba from Seattle, and I'm going McConkey from San Diego. 2 wide receivers, 2 high plus money bets. That's my little 2 gamer there that I'm thinking about doing there.
Nice. I don't even know who I had picked last week.
I don't think you did. I don't think you did. You didn't have one.
I think we did, but I think I picked one maybe, but
okay.
I don't know. But back in this week for me, I think coming back with Swift playing, I think Swift is going to get a touchdown. So that's one of mine right there. And then going to go with the man Dowdle as well. Rico Dowdle.
That's funny. I was just thinking that one. Yeah, I like that one too.
Yep. Yeah. So Dowdle and Swift for me, and Jigba and McConney for you.
McConkey, yes.
McConkey.
Yes. Yeah. Those are my 2. Yep.
All right. Well, those are our anytime touchdown picks there, and that is week 10 of the NFL. Crazy. Yep. We got some more guests coming up. We're gonna get more
excited about that.
Get more into some basketball as time goes on here, as the season progresses, and in college and in the pros and everything. So yeah, lots to look forward to.
We did have the Duke Blue Devils with a big victory last night over the Texas Longhorns in the Dickie V Invitational Tournament. And Duke pulled that one out. Very, very awesome on that. I love that. Duke's got a huge schedule for all my Duke friends out there. There's none of you, but I want to tell you a couple things. Duke is playing some amazing teams. They're playing Arkansas. They're playing Kansas. They're playing Texas Tech. These are all games before the regular season games even start. So they're going to have a brutal schedule. But guess what? That gets them ready for March, baby. So let's go Dukies.
Yeah. Well, we'll end with that. Peace, y'all.
Deuces.